Straight up, how the H taught it, the funk don't stop. Watch the drum pop. And the
That was Super Bowl caliber.
Yeah. That game, I mean, he went right down to the wire. 13 seconds.
Yeah,
Last part, I've been, oh, man, what's going to happen here?
yeah. It was.
Time. It's, oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, I'm on this recording with my brother and Dre. I got my earpiece on though, so they can hear you, but you ain't gonna be able to hear them. So I already got to eat some crow once we start recording.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go ahead on top. I'm going to get my other son in a minute.
He yeah, yeah. I hear you, Pop. I would say he on here. We're gonna be recording, so I don't know. He may answer. If not, I'm sure he'll call you back.
Right there. All right.
I tell you what, if both of y'all end up in the Super Bowl, I'm not coming to watch the game with y'all. Tell you right now.
He don't want to come watch the game with me either.
That's what I'm talking about. Cause y'all play each other. He ain't gonna come. Nah, I think he'll come.
Nope.
I think he'll come watch the
Nope.
game with you, Pop.
Nope.
He
Nope.
gotta
I
he
ain't
gotta
watch,
come watch the game with
I'm not watching the
If
Super
team
Bowl with
win
nobody.
and my team
Not watching,
win,
nope.
then he might come over and watch the game with
I'm not watching with nobody.
I was saying, no, he ain't.
you. Talking about he ain't watching with nobody.
That's what he said.
Pop said that's what you say.
That's what I mean.
Right there. We'll check on y'all later.
All right, Pop. Bye.
What's happening? What it do? We back. Uh, great, great playoff weekend, man. Great playoff weekend. I mean, barn burners all the way through. There was not a dud whatsoever the entire weekend. Y'all just heard my old man all ecstatic, because of the Kansas City Chiefs. Just won this game with Buffalo. You know that's where we finna start, fellas. How y'all enjoyed y'all weekend so far?
Oh man, good weekend, good weekend.
Yeah,
All right,
I
man.
agree.
Well, let's pick up where this game left off. Bills, Chiefs. One of the best playoff games I done seen in quite some time. Shootout, turned up in the fourth quarter, back and forth, big plays on both sides. Buffalo blew it, man. To
I
me,
was oh
they
man,
blew
look.
it. They blew it. They blew it. You got 13 seconds left. 13 seconds. You up three. Why? Oh, why do y'all got the receivers for Kansas City running unabated all through your secondary to pick up big chunk yardage like that?
So let me start off. Just jump in right quick. I gotta start off and give props to my kinfolk Dre. I was really hoping I didn't have to do that, but I got to. I got to be a man about it. He's been talking about Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, and the speed with which this team can get down the field, even though he's frozen right now. So hopefully he don't hear me saying what I'm saying, which is good for me. He gonna have to listen to the recording. But he's been touting that for weeks on end. You know how quick they can score, how fast they can move the ball down the field, and Patrick Mahomes just proved that today. I was trying to deny it. I didn't want to admit it, but I got to give it to him. That Kansas City is looking back like they did a couple of years ago. When they was able to score at will, move the ball down the field at will. They kind of looking like they did a couple of years ago. So, um, and with the competition they have in the NFC, they have a very good chance of winning again. I'm not saying they're not, because there's some good competition on the other side in the other conference. But I think this team right here matched up better with them than any other team in the playoff right now. If you talk about player for player, pound for pound, skill position to skill position, quarterback to quarterback, defense to defense, I think this team matched up very well. They both matched up very well. That's why the game was so good. You kind of you kind of expected it to be high scoring, even though they both got good defenses. I believe Buffalo has the number one defense in the league during the regular season. If I remember hearing last week correct, I think they said Buffalo was supposed to be the number one defense. Um, I see my brother's kind of shaking his head a little bit, bro. All I'm telling you is what they say. I don't worry about what you feel about your squad. What they said last week when they played, I don't even remember who they played no more, but they had the number one defense, supposedly. And but these offenses are so explosive. Two quarterbacks that can run the ball. I ain't talking about just scramble, move around in the pocket. I'm talking about take off for huge chunks and make a huge difference in the game to where you have to account for them, which leaves their wide receivers, bro, a little unabated back there. Buffalo's receivers at moments was unabated, bro. They were just running around getting huge chunks. Gabriel Davis, man, if they'd have won, he'd have been player of the game. That boy was burning at that Kansas City defense. But now it's hard to say who you even give it to for Kansas City between Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey catching that touchdown in OT. You know what I'm saying? That offensive line holding up kind of like it did. Heck, you even had the running back. I think at one point, dude only had 4 carries for like 80-something, 60-something yards. So he was gashing that defense in the run for a defense that's supposed to be number one. Hey, man, just look. I'm going to turn it over to y'all because this right here was like the best playoff game of the whole season so far. By far the best playoff game. Heck, I mean, for me, probably the best game I've watched all season. There's been some pretty good ones, but I think this was the best one I've watched the whole season.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Tony. I mean, that was a very exciting game. I'm trying to remember quickly in my head. I'm not even talking about this year. I'm talking about probably the last 5-6 years. Like, this was a very good game between two evenly matched teams, two great young quarterbacks that, you saw the future of the NFL today. And to answer your question, Antoine, how can you, the number one thing you do last 2 minutes or 2-minute drives, especially when you're talking about under a minute, is you take away the sidelines, which you have that balloon coverage. You know what I'm saying? Which leaves the middle of the field open. And you can't send nobody to double team or take away the middle of the field with speed like they have. It's hard to tell a corner to guard any wide receiver coming across the middle anyway, but one with Tyreek Hill type speed and the rest of your help is taking away the sideline, you're giving it up. It's you pick your poison. Either I send a safety or somebody to help take away the middle, and then I expose the sideline for another receiver to eat me up and get out of bounds, or you take, you play the game. You try to make the field goal as long as possible, and you really roll the dice and hope that he missed the field goal like he actually did earlier in the game before halftime. So I can't fault Buffalo on that. I mean, when you got speed kills, and it's really pick your poison in that juncture of the game, and you got a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. The Kelsey one, that's you got Kittle. When you got Kittle, Kelsey, Gronk, it's hard one-on-one to really eliminate them from doing what they do. So, you only can do so much with the personnel you have when you're going against extreme good talent like Kansas City. As far as the game as a whole, Tony stole my thunder. You know what I'm saying? He stole my thunder. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is capable of doing it. Of course, Brady, I seen Brady do it in like 30 seconds. It's very, very, very hard. I can't think of too many quarterbacks that could do it in 13 seconds. So, Patrick Mahomes, I tip your hat, man. You cold, man. You a bad boy. I mean, they needed to, I love Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers one of the most talented quarterbacks to play the game. But Patrick, I know both of y'all share the State Farm commercials, but you the king right now, man. You the king. You the king. But
Okay,
it's
okay.
going to be exciting next week, huh?
Okay, let's stop this love affair, this love fest right now. Um, that 13 seconds, man, it became 7-on-7, and not even 7-on-7. Like I I understand what you're trying to say, but they had their timeout. So as a defense, you want to line up, I guess, outside leverage. Have your linebackers flood the middle of the field to try and take away, zones. But you got to be lined up on a man, make Patrick Mahomes throw pinpoint passes, and you tackle them immediately. You don't give free releases off the line. You don't just let them run unabated, nobody around them through your secondary for Patrick Mahomes to basically just like not have to adjust where he's throwing, not have to worry about no pass rush or none of that. Because you just letting the
What
receivers
you
off the line free and clear, and he's able to complete 25, 30-yard chunk plays down the field. That's how my Niners lost to Green Bay week 3, because we decides that we just gonna let these dudes run through the secondary unabated for Aaron Rodgers to complete passes to these dudes for big chunk plays. It's 13 seconds. You line up outside leverage, you line up in man to man, okay? You keep your safeties deep so you can go 3 deep safeties. You have one linebacker, 2 linebackers, a linebacker and a safety. Flood the zone and drop, and kind of force um Patrick Mahomes to take a check down. Give your defensive line a chance to be able to get to him. Because
so
if you got tight coverage, if you have tight coverage, hold on. If you got tight coverage across the board with cornerbacks, and then you got safety help over the top, well, then it makes Patrick Mahomes have to hold the ball a little longer to try and find a window to throw to get somebody open. Maybe your defensive line gets there. Maybe they beat somebody and get a sack or knock the ball out of his hand, something. But they just let them go on down the field unabated for the game time field goal in 3 plays, and now you don't even touch the ball in overtime. So I'm sorry. The defensive coordinator for Buffalo had a brain fart where he decided to drop all his coverage and just let let Kansas City wide receivers just run through your secondary, wide open. That's crazy.
exactly what you said. The linebackers dropped back in coverage, and the corners were outside leverage. That's the reason why they went up the middle. Because if you outside leverage, the receiver's going across the middle. So
But
if you
it wasn't
line up
across.
outside, you're a step behind me. Soon I do a slant, you're a step behind me automatically. You're outside
Fam,
leverage.
fam, they wasn't running those plays. They wasn't running those plays. I'm talking about they had the cornerback um
Take it out the
15
sideline.
yards. They had the cornerback 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, away from Kelce. So Kelce, at the snap of the ball, nobody puts their hands on him. Nobody's close to him. He runs at an angle towards the cornerback, which is to widen him in even more, and then he cuts back inside. That is on air throws for Patrick
So
Mahomes, and he didn't picked up 30 yards. He didn't picked up 30 yards on this play because nobody's guarding him.
so you
You
want to
can't
jam
do that.
you want to jam Kelsey's big body or Tyreek Hill, Hardeman, all these fast receivers. You want to jam them at the line. So if you miss
Bro,
or
you
they get
don't have to
past the
jam
jam,
them.
they
Fam,
beat you.
you don't necessarily have to jam them, but you be close to them. You got 5 yards that you could put your hands on them. So if
That's
they
the
come off the line, put your hands on them, get close to them, and now you just run with them. You got safety help over the top, so you play underneath. You play underneath coverage, the trail coverage as the cornerback. You got help over the top.
You seen that man's feet work? You
I
think you
don't care,
Jam
bro.
Kelsey?
Okay. We can move on.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. At the end of the day, look, this is what I saw. They let them free release and run unabated through the secondary, which was wide open throws for them to make. Nobody is near them. Nobody is by them. Nobody's there to even contest the throw, to contest the catch. That's bad defense. I don't care what you say about it. It's bad defense. You might as well have nobody out there.
Now, it sounds good with the X's and O's, but you're talking about speed and talent. Yes, I wish I can take a guy, tell him to go 5 to 7 yards deep, cushion him, but also to restrict him from running a route. When you're talking about a dude that's the fastest man in the league and one of the quickest feet, and you want to tell a corner who might run a 4.5 40 or 4.4 40 to jam somebody who runs a 4.2 or 4.3. That's crazy to me, because if you miss, he's gone.
I just said you ain't trying to jam him. But you got a 5-yard cushion. So if you line up 5 yards, if you line up 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, and when the ball is snapped, once he runs towards you, chuck him and run with him.
Bro, you really think is that? Well, you really think it's that easy to chuck somebody with that kind of speed after running 4 yards? Dude, yeah. I'm already on the run. You standing somewhat flat-footed, waiting for me to get to 4 yards. Dude, I'm just gonna run around you.
You're not standing flat-footed. Like y'all act like y'all don't watch football. Y'all act like nobody has ever tried to run man to man. Has tried to run man to man with Cheetah, with Tyreek Hill. They haven't done it. Other people have been able to run with him when they know they got safety up over the top. Other people have gotten a hand on him. They've gotten a hand on Travis Kelce in the secondary. I'm not saying that you're going to be at the line of scrimmage and jam him up. I'm not saying that you standing flat-footed.
Okay, hold on.
Just get your hands on him so that you can be close to him when y'all running this route. Force Patrick Mahomes to have to throw pinpoint passes. Force Patrick Mahomes to have to, dude is too close to him. I don't want to try that throw. Let me go to my second read. Let me go to my third read. He ain't have to do none of that.
All I'm going to tell you to do is look at the touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill with a minute left. That was a dart, and that corner was right on Hill's backside. That boy, the window on that pass was sick, and Hill caught it and turned it up that field and was gone. If you think any corner, it might be 3 or 4 corners in the league that can backpedal, and then as Tyreek Hill is coming towards them, turn their hips and at least be somewhat close to him. That Bills defensive coordinator, like Tony said, is one of the best defenses in the league. He's a good defensive coordinator. He knows his personnel. He knows how fast and quick his corners are. Obviously, if you've seen what Tyreek Hill did all game long, I don't have the personnel to think that he's going to be able to backpedal on 2 or 3 steps when Tyreek Hill's running 5 yards full speed, and he's going to turn his hips, touch the man, and he's going to still be able to stay on him. Because I guarantee you, any good wide receiver, hold on, Tony, Antoine.
You might as well go on and give Kansas City.
Bro, let him finish, bro.
Let him finish. Can't nobody let him finish. Kansas City.
Let him finish.
Now making all these crazy scenarios where can't nobody stay close to Travis Kelce or Hill. Don't give them the trophy then, right?
No, listen, I said it's a handful, but listen, if that's the case, Antoine, if I know if you are running on me, you think I can't stem you? I can't double step, jab, left, jab, right, and juke you and create separation? If I want to do what you said do, right, give a cushion, turn and let him come towards me, not touch him, all he's going to do is stutter step, left or right, and he got me. Matter of fact, that's how what's that boy named Tony just talked about for Buffalo? Who could have been
Gabriel Davis.
You look on that touchdown pass he caught, he did it to the corner. Go look what that corner did. He did exactly what you said, dude. Gabriel stutter step, came across the middle, the corners fell. Slipped. Gabriel wide open. You think these professional wide receivers who know how to run routes and adjust their routes see what you're doing and ain't finna break off on it?
We gonna move on that touchdown you talking about. Gabriel, excuse me, Gabriel did that to a safety.
Well,
The safety is standing way back. So yes, he's able to eat up ground, get all the way to full speed, stem like he's going for a corner route, and then break back in. He crossed him over. That was a nasty move. But at the end of the day, if you a cornerback and it's 13 seconds left, even if he reach out and grab him, dive at his feet and trip him, they don't get them seconds back. Even if they give you an illegal contact penalty for touching him or grabbing him afterwards, you still then lost 4 or 5 of those 13 seconds. The only point that I'm trying to make, we ain't even really talking about the game no more. But the only point that I'm trying to make is that, in my opinion, Buffalo blew it. They allowed those receivers to run unabated through the secondary with 13 seconds left. I'm sorry, I'd rather have 3 safeties, 25, 30 yards deep. I'd rather have maybe 1 linebacker, or I have 2 more corners in the middle of the field, and I have them 15 yards deep. I'm manning up, and I want my cornerbacks closer to their receivers. I want to force Patrick Mahomes to throw pinpoint accurate throws. If they catch it, rally to the ball. Try to make sure that you get them down inbounds. They got timeout, so trying to protect the sideline, don't do much for you if you just letting them run wide open in the middle of the field, because they can still attack the middle of the field. So you need to be in a position where you can at least contest the ball at the catch point. Whether they end up catching it or not, at least have yourself in position to contest the doggone catch. That was Patrick Mahomes with his wide receivers on air for 13 seconds.
And they were pinpoint passes in tight coverage.
It's on air. Of course it's pinpoint. He ain't got to worry about throwing it into a short window. He ain't got to worry about the ball being deflected and popped up into the air or intercepted. He don't got to worry about none of that, because his dudes is running wide open into the secondary.
So you want to bring another linebacker down to rush when they got 5 wide plus a running back, and you want to run zone. That means someone's going to be wide.
Rush 4 people. I want to rush 4 people, and everybody else is cornerbacks and safeties. If you got an athletic linebacker like Dallas's linebacker, Micah Parsons, you could probably leave Micah Parsons in there and say, we just going to have you kind of drop down the middle of the field, patrol anything. If they come with a deep crossing route, a deep post route, we're going to have you drop in the middle of the field. Outside of that, everybody else is corners and safeties. My cornerbacks, I'm lining up over a man, not 15 yards outside down the field where everybody just gets a clean release. Nobody's close to any of these receivers. And Patrick Mahomes could just drop back. Ain't even got to take a 3-step drop. Just get the snap, 1,000, throw it, and it's 25 yards down the field. It's 30 yards down the field. And ain't nobody even there to contest the catch.
Based on your alignment, the first one to Hill was 19 yards. So like you said, if the linebackers are dropping at 15 and your safety's at 30, there's a window in between them. And
that's why you want your cornerbacks closer.
Bro, can he finish talking?
Let's I'm through with that.
If you got the corners chasing Hill, that means they abandon in a zone. They abandon in their side of the field. So then, guess what?
I didn't say zone. I said man.
With Hill across the field.
Okay, good game. Rams Buccaneers. I thought Brady was finna Brady the Rams, man. But that was another game that the defensive coordinator had a brain for it. Why?
They got a defensive coordinator, boy.
Why? Yes, defensive coordinator. Let me tell you why. Because the first call was the first completion by Cooper Kupp was a good route, good completion, you know, a deep out basically. Cooper Kupp got out of bounds. The very next play, what does Todd Bowles do? Cooper Kupp is lined up in the slot. He calls a blitz with the slot corner. So whose responsibility is it now to cover Cooper Kupp? The safety. So the receiver, who is the MVP candidate, Triple Crown winner this year, is one-on-one with a safety. A depleted secondary for Tampa Bay, you leave a safety one-on-one with Cooper Kupp deep. No help over the top. Like, how does that make sense? So Cooper Kupp, again, gets a free release, one-on-one with a safety. And once he gets past him, it's a wrap. Matthew Stafford ain't got to make no reads. He knows immediately when his receiver takes off and nobody's running with him and it's just the safety, all I got to do is throw this up and let him go get it. He gave the safety one little jab and ran right past him. I don't understand. Your offense just tied the game up. What was it, 30 seconds or something left in the game? The Rams ain't have no timeouts. So explain to me why you blitzing your nickel corner off the best receiver on the field in that game and leaving him one-on-one with a safety. It made no sense. At the very least, this is where you protect the sideline, keep everything on the inside, rally to the ball, keep everything in front of you. Worst case scenario for you, if you playing good, sound defense, is that it goes into overtime. That's what you want to do. They don't even do that. Walk-off field goal to end the game. What y'all got on this game, man?
Go ahead, Tony. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, man. I don't have anything to add.
Hello? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I know I'm going to a little blind spot. But anyway, good game, another good game. You know, I think y'all beat up Matthew Stafford all year long. I try to tell you the boy's an upgrade from Goff. You know, he was a talented quarterback. You know, he had his bumps and bruises and he has his flaws, but overall, I think he's a good quarterback, and he showed it today. He just had the opportunity to shine on the biggest stage, and he did. Well, we'll do the picks later on, but as far as the defense and all that, I mean, to me now, one game you say don't take the sidelines away and bring pressure. In the other game, they bring pressure and take the sidelines away. So once again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know,
one team had timeouts, the other one didn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, but talent is talent, and when you blitz, it's a gamble, and that's all he did. He tried to surprise them with a corner blitz on the dude's blind side. I mean, not his blind side because he's right-handed, but he tried to send a blitz on Cooper Kupp's side to deter him from looking at Cooper Kupp and turn to go the other direction. If you bring the blitz from that side, he see the blitz coming. Most quarterbacks turn the other direction or throw it the other direction. But it's a gamble. He lost that gamble. He lost that gamble. So, defensive coordinators, You know, if he would have made the sack, y'all would have been saying, you know, great call, great call. You know, it's hindsight now. So to me, I got to tip the hat on Stafford making a great throw. Because Cooper Kupp was beating one-on-ones all game, zone all game, regardless of what coverage every NFL team for 17 weeks is put in front of that man, he's beating it. So, you know, it's talent. That boy's a special wide receiver. He got a better quarterback. You tip your hat to it. Brady is Brady. And, you know, he almost pulled it out again. I thought that game was over with the third quarter. But, hey, it's a good game overall. I can't wait to see what next week got. Because it could be what I want, 2 Texas quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Bengals Titans.
Gonna make sure you're gonna save that other game for last, huh?
Well, I mean, just you know, it's just the way they got it on ESPN. So I just want to talk about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to talk about it. You know, it wasn't nothing, you know, I wasn't trying to prove nothing. You know,
whatever, bro, whatever.
Bengals Titans, man.
Well, wait till
I told y'all about them Bengals. I've been riding them Bengals all year. All year. I believe I said if they won that first game, they was gonna be dangerous. Well, they proved to be dangerous because they came in and took out the number 1 seed in the AFC in a tight game. Joe Burrow is the truth. Now, I think they are just as evenly matched with the Chiefs, in my opinion, as the Bills, simply because their defenses, to me, now the Bills were supposed to have a better defense. I think the Bengals and the Kansas City defense are about the same. Good, not great. Bengals are supposed to have a great defense. He just came against a great quarterback with a great OC and you know, a lot of really, really good to great weapons. You know, and they couldn't handle it. I think Bills is definitely better than the Bengals, but you know, they have the ability to put up just as many points. I think offensively, yeah, they players are about equal. If you look at the totality of the offense, you know, with Higgins, Boyd, Chase, Mixon, you know, they tight end. He's no Kelsey, you know what I'm saying, but he's pretty good. You know, he should have an opportunity to shine a little bit more this next game against the Chiefs with what they have on the outside. And if they can get Mixon going, get their running game going, Joe Burrow, he's not a Josh Allen, but he can take off and run. I think it'll be another good game. Now, will it be as epic as the one tonight? I don't know. That was an epic game. That's a class. That's an instant classic right there. What happened tonight? Instant classic. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be talking about that game for decades to come. Right there. I mean, like I said before, I think the Bengals can go all the way. I still think they could go all the way. I do. The Titans just Tannehill, man. You know, I mean, look, the dude is he's a bus driver type quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, in order for them to win, to make it to the next level, he needed to be mistake free. And 3 interceptions, although I don't like the fact that everybody blaming him for all 3 because, if I'm correct, 2 of those were tipped up by his wide receivers who had their hands on the ball and allowed them to be intercepted. That ain't on the quarterback. If I hit you in your hands with this ball, bro, that's on you to catch it. You tip it up, and, well, one was tipped up by the wide receiver. The other one, Great play by the defensive guy. I don't remember his name at the moment. Tips the ball up to himself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a whole lot you could do about that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Mahomes where you got the different angles. You ain't Rodgers where you got the different angles that you can throw from to get around stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he only had one that I would really blame him for. But, you know, all in all, you lost your team the game. Them 3 turnovers. If you play mistake-free ball, which is what you're there for, to manage the game, to make the throws you can make, to hand the ball off to King Henry and Foreman. Foreman did very well. The running game was really good. But he had Carson Wentz moments. That a team won in the end.
Yeah,
Cincinnati got to get a. So I want one last thing. Cincinnati though, the only thing I think that's gonna do them in, their offensive line. I think their offensive line gonna do them in. As much as I would like to see them go, because I think they can do it. I think they have the team to do it, even with the offensive line. That offensive line gonna do them in. If they don't win, that's why. That offensive line is atrocious. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was finna say. That's the main reason why I don't see them being able to get to the Super Bowl. It's one thing to keep yourself in striking distance and in position to win that game against Tennessee, who doesn't have really an explosive offense like that. You can't do that with Kansas City. You can't get sacked 9 times, and have all those negative plays and think that you're gonna be able to, stay close to Kansas City throughout the game. At some point, they gonna blow that game wide open, and they'll mess around and have more than 9 sacks if you got to drop back every single time. So good game for Cincinnati. They showed some resilience. In that situation, being on the road against the number 1 seed, you a young team, young quarterback, young head coach, young receivers. A bunch of guys on that team ain't never been in this position, and so for them to be able to go out there and pull and come out with that win, that was big for them. But that's their number one, adjustment going forward, is making sure that they solidify their offensive line, and probably add another running back to help mixing. Everything else got to be offensive line and defense. What you got, Dre?
Yeah, good game. I agree. Pretty much with everything y'all said. That offense is nasty. We seen a couple weeks ago what they can do when they click on all cylinders first, Kansas City. But y'all right with Kansas City's defense. Their strength, of course, is they D line with Jones back and what's the guy they picked up halfway through the season? He had a good game tonight. I can't think of his name, but with them on a pass rush against that weak offensive line of the Bengals, they might not get 9 sacks, but if they get just 5 of them, that could be enough where they can't keep up with Kansas City. Well, just like y'all said, y'all can do a field goal game for a little bit and stay close to Tennessee and till your offense start clicking again, but you can't do that with Kansas City. But I do expect at least a very competitive game, though. But I just think Kansas City will pull it off. As far as Tennessee, yeah, Ryan Tannehill. I mean, he had a bad game, a bad game. But yeah, it was a good game though.
Don't get the smirk off your face, man. Just go on and bring up the game. Next game. Goodness. That's why you're on mute.
God dang. Okay. 49ers Packers.
Couldn't have said that.
49ers Packers.
This was the most weirdest, craziest. I blame the run with that cup. He lucky he ain't here because I blame him. If he didn't
Well,
have that,
leave my cousin alone now.
he jinxed the whole thing. But that was a weird game, man. I do not understand how, don't get me wrong, the 49ers can pull out playoff games by running it 50 million times and only throwing the ball twice and all that. I get it. But special teams, they won the game solely because of special teams. When your offense for a first quarter get negative yards, really don't do much all game, a couple field goals here and there. But when special teams get your only touchdown and blocks a field goal, I hate it because Jimmy gets credit. Jimmy won another playoff game. Jimmy sucked. You know what I'm saying? The defense and the special teams won this game. Just like the previous week, Jimmy threw an interception, but the defense or the referees or whatever you want to classify it, saved them. I just, but I tip my hat off to the 49ers because of their defense and special teams, because that's a well-coached team. It's a well-coached team. Shanahan had them ready to play. They had that tough-minded mentality in the cold weather, ready to shock the world, and they did. So I got to tip their hat, even though I hate saying it, but, congratulations to the 49ers. I seriously doubted them against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. But after that first drive, when Aaron Rodgers picked them apart, the defense adjusted and made some plays. And I got to tip my hat to them for that, But it just, watching that game, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I'll say this all year long. I was coached this from Little League on up. Your Achilles heel in the beginning of the season, it's your demise in the end. And the Packers, worst special teams in football based off of stats. And they special teams is the reason why they lost this game. So, hey, once again, hats off to the 49ers. They're going to lose next week, though. They're going to lose next week. Go ahead, Tom.
Dre, you the jinx. Because you keep saying they're going to lose and they keep winning. I'm sorry, Kim folk. I got to call it like I see it. You keep saying they're going to lose and they keep winning. So I'm sorry. Hey, you said it's my turn. So
let me switch it. Let me say, go ahead.
Nah, ain't no takebacks. Ain't no takebacks, partner. Ain't no takebacks. Come on, bro.
I had to put some more wood. I finally came out here to sit with the pit fired up. Yeah, you the jinx, Kim folk. You keep saying that, and they keep winning. And I gotta agree with my brother. As of right now, I'm sorry. I gotta jump on his bandwagon that Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated quarterback in the league. Dude, you supposed to be near GOAT status. How you have a week off coming there against a team that your defense was dominating for most of the game, and you can't put up more than what? How many points was it? 20-something points?
Oh, no, it's not all his fault.
10.
But was it 10? No, how many points? How many points?
Green Bay put up 10 points.
They put you put up 10. No, I don't want to hear it. You got Aaron Jones, you got Devontae Adams, you got the bad man.
Man,
you wasn't a bad man yesterday. You was a bum. I'm sorry.
no,
you hit bum status yesterday.
He can't control the phone.
No, I don't care. I don't care what you can. Hey. The greats can control a whole lot. The greats can control a whole lot. Kansas City let Buffalo Bill put up a lot of points. And what did that bad man over in Kansas City do with 13 seconds? Get his team to tie up and then turn around and win it in overtime. That's what the greats are supposed to do. He ain't been great.
Done that numerous times.
That's four Trump conference championships. Well, no, he not conference. He didn't go to championship. That was division. But my bottom line is, as great as you're supposed to be, you have one Super Bowl. Eli Manning Eli Manning ain't supposed to be nowhere close to you and got two. Hey, Eli can say something can't nobody else say. Eli is the only one that beat the GOAT in the Super Bowl. Twice.
Team sport.
Don't give me no team sport now.
It's a
Don't give me no
team
team sport now. No, you supposed to be a bad man.
every
You
day.
supposed to
He don't got
you supposed to be a bad man. You ain't proved to be a bad man when it counts. You prove, yeah, you a bad man. You a bad man in the regular season. You's a bum in the postseason.
Oh,
He's a bad man in the regular season. You's a bum in the postseason. I'm sorry. I call it like I see it. You a bum in the postseason. Bad man in the regular season. Bum in the postseason. That's all I'm gonna say about the game. Bum. Postseason bum. Aaron Rodgers. Postseason bum.
that
Y'all
game
heard me right.
on the second drive. If Mercedes Lewis didn't fumble that ball when they was almost
Oh
in the
man, come on, Dre. He had
Dre.
four
in the
he
red
had
zone.
4 quarters. He had 4 quarters. For you at home, it's your elements, bro. You got a West Coast team coming into your building with a quarterback with a torn ligament in his thumb, a bad shoulder. Like you said, the running game really couldn't get going. The slick field, we really couldn't do much. And when we did do something, get down in the red zone, Jimmy throws a pick after a penalty. We out here looking like Dallas. Get a good play, penalty. Now we getting backed up. We behind the chains again. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy throws a pick. We get down there again. We get back-to-back penalties. Face mask penalty, and then the legal formation. Get ourselves outside the red zone. You know what I'm saying? My defense made a simple adjustment, and that was to roll coverage to Davante Adams. Aaron Rodgers has become a one-read quarterback.
He
And
got
that one read is Davante Adams. If Davante Adams ain't open, he don't really know what to do with the ball, and that's why he ends up getting sacked 5 times, getting hit 12 times, and his offense cannot move the ball. The biggest play they had was a blown coverage by a safety. That was the biggest play they had all day.
And you got Randall Carr's back, which is what you asked for, but I don't even think you threw the ball to him but once.
He got Randall Cobb. He got the tight end that torched us the first time we played. You got Davante Adams. You got Aaron Jones. You got the other running back too for at least a half.
Mercedes Lewis soon he got the ball.
Dylan.
Bro,
you talking about Dylan.
You cannot harp on that one. That was their second possession. That was their second possession of the game.
The 5 sacks was his fault.
Yes.
Oh my God! So if somebody blows a blocking assignment, that's his fault.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There wasn't blown blocking assignments. It was him holding the ball. It was him holding the ball. It was him holding the ball too long because once he looked for Davante and he seen that it was a safety rolling over there on top of him, he did not know where to go with the ball. And so now he's trying to escape the pocket. Now he's trying to find somebody.
Right. That man was 29 for 225 yards and 5 sacks, but it was terrible. 20 of 29.
That's right. 20 of 29.
So how many?
So do you know? Do you know that in the second half they averaged 2.25 yards per play?
Who?
The Green Bay Packers.
So he calls the plays. It's all his fault. All that execution plays is not the quarterback's fault every time. If my right tackle
not every time, but Dre, you capping. You capping right now. You capping right now.
Watch this.
You capping right now, bro. Everybody watched that game. You cannot tell me Aaron Rodgers played well yesterday.
For those of you that watch this recording, I know you noticed the hypocrisy of Dre. Please forgive my kinfolk for his double standard on quarterback. He's an Aaron Rodgers fan. Yeah, it is. Because had it been anybody else, had it been anybody else, what was his saying all the time during the regular season? Great players make great plays to win the game. Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be a great player. Where was his great plays to win the game? They went nowhere. Ball, use a ball, use a ball, use a ball.
man,
In the
because he
post off, use a bum. Use a bum in the post off.
So let me get back. Let me get back to this game.
One interception yesterday. Now
Let me-
one pass yesterday.
You ain't making enough
what
good
you
ones
say?
either.
He ain't have one bad pass.
No, none incomplete. I watched that whole game. I did not see one of them. I say, dang, that's a bad pass. He threw
Okay,
it behind.
so him trying to throw deep to Devontae Adams in double coverage when he had a tight end wide open 15 yards down the field wasn't a bad throw.
That's just a read. It could have been either one. He could have took the
He threw it deep into double coverage.
You know how many times that's happened? So the receiver makes a play. It happens every time.
Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay. You had your chance, so let me talk about the game. He played bad yesterday.
15 to 24 for 3 interceptions. That's a bad game. Ryan Tannehill, that's a bump.
Okay,
That's
let me have my little time. Let me have my little time. Dude played bad yesterday. There's no excuses for it. There's no excuses for it. He ended up with 225 yards passing. 75 of those yards came on one play with the busted coverage by my safety.
How did Jimmy play?
About as well as Aaron did. I mean, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, they played about the same. Aaron Rodgers didn't have the turnover, but he also didn't have the win, and Jimmy did. In the fourth quarter, with can I?
Come on, man.
Do you mind? In the fourth quarter with 3:30 left, Jimmy orchestrated the drive that led to the game-winning field goal. Jimmy completed 3 passes on that drive that got us down there for Robbie Gould to kick the game-winning field goal. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers had the ball with 6 minutes left where he could have put the game away. Aaron Rodgers had the ball with 8 minutes, and he was in 49er territory. And what happened? The 49ers doubled Devontae Adams down in the red zone. He panicked and got sacked. And so instead of being able to come away and make that game 14-3, and I'm going to be honest, had he made the score 14-3, we probably would have lost. But instead, his team settled for a field goal. He left the door open. He did not play well. You at home. You on a bye. You are facing a team that is battered and beat up. Coming from the West Coast, playing in those type of conditions with a battered and bruised quarterback. Your defense played phenomenal, particularly early. Like you said, we was -7 yards after a quarter. But the quarterback, like you said, he's the favorite for the MVP. You cannot muster more than 10 points for a home game coming off of a bye. Not to mention the very first possession, you drove down the field with ease and scored 7. So for the next 3 quarters in 8 minutes, you could muster no more than 3 points. The MVP.
In the red zone, and they fumbled.
They didn't fumble in the red zone, bro.
Lewis was in scoring position when he fumbled.
He was not in scoring position. He was not in score. They was around midfield when what's the name punched that ball out. They wasn't in scoring position. And that was their second possession. How are you talking about something in the first quarter of a game, and it didn't even cost them points? The 49ers did nothing with the turnover. Nothing. We ain't get a field goal. We ain't getting nothing out of it. It didn't even hurt his team. So I don't know why you keep bringing up the fumble, bro. Like, it did not hurt them. It did not hurt them.
They could have put points on the board. They was marching down the field. They was in y'all territory.
It was the second possession of the game. We
You
talking
just
about the first quarter. So you mean to tell me that for 3 more quarters, you cannot get no more than one drive to get points at home, coming off of a bye week?
So,
First, Jimmy freaking G. Get out of here, man. You making up excuses.
so he scores on the first play. Jimmy don't score an offensive touchdown the whole game, and he played better than Aaron with an interception.
I said they played about the same. Now, look, Jimmy hurt though. Aaron Rodgers had no excuses. He has no excuses.
Aaron Rodgers has no 2 touchdowns either. Aaron Rodgers didn't throw not 1 touchdown.
He drove his team down to score a touchdown.
Jimmy drove his team down for the game-winning field goal.
Field goal, no touchdown.
Game-winning field goal.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Time in like 40 years that a team won a playoff game in the second round without scoring an offensive touchdown.
It's not been 40 years. It was 89, 88.
What?
It was 88.
Okay, 30 years. Still. Come on. Stop it.
Again, that's why Aaron Rodgers is a bum. That's why Aaron Rodgers is a bum.
So coming off, like my brother say, so coming off of a bye week, you are the reigning MVP, most likely to be back-to-back MVP.
He shouldn't be.
At home, it's freezing temperatures. The opposing quarterback is injured. Your defense shows up, and you lose to a team that did not have an offensive touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers ain't injured.
No.
Nope.
Yes, he does. He got the foot injury that he's been playing on the whole.
No. That dude said that his foot was healed. He is fine.
The surgery. They just announced he finna have surgery.
Bro. They said the man was fine. Like I can't. This is blowing me away. This is blowing me away.
Oh, I cannot believe it. Y'all gonna say Aaron Rodgers is the reason why they lost the game. I'm done.
I'm not necessarily.
You capping for Aaron Rodgers in that game, bro. Like he played horrible. Okay, look,
the fact that
we're gonna move on because my team deserves some shots out. You know what I'm talking about? This was a team win. And this is why I told y'all before that I have a complete team. Team. Every aspect of my team played a role in that win yesterday. Defense, holding Aaron Rodgers in that offense to 10 points. Special teams, blocking the field goal after giving up a 75-yard reception. The same guy who blew the coverage, Jimmy Ward, is the one who blocked the field goal. That's being accountable to your teammates. The dude who blocked the punt suffered a high ankle sprain against Dallas. Didn't even know if he was going to play. Went all out, blocked the punt. We recovered it, touchdown. 3 minutes left. My offense that had not done nothing all game not only drives into position to let Robbie Gould kick the game-winning field goal, but they drain all the time off the clock so that Aaron Rodgers don't have 13 seconds or 37 seconds like he did. And you know the irony of it? When we lost to Green Bay in week 3, Jimmy G took the lead with 37 seconds left. Do you know how we sealed the game? Debo running the ball on 3rd and 7. You know, that's just them that funky numbers type thing. 37, 3rd and 7. It was, hey, maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? But, that was karma coming back around. Great team win, man. Great team win. Like, this team is who I thought they was. Buffalo don't have the best defense. We do. We the best defense in football. Period.
I don't know, bro.
Hold on. We the best defense.
I don't know. I don't know. Y'all ain't win against nobody that has an offense like Kansas City do, or like you know, Cincinnati may have. Yes,
Yeah, well, we played Cincinnati.
Dallas
We
has a
played Cincinnati.
Dallas
We played
Dallas has a good
Cincinnati
defense.
in Cincinnati and
And you
beat
gonna let
Cincinnati.
anybody else talk?
Well, I mean, you interrupt me and then get mad when I try to finish talking. Like you jumped in the middle of my conversation.
You was going on forever, man.
Okay, it's my team. When you and Deron go on y'all little soliloquies about the Cowboys and stock up, stock down,
Talk about
I don't say nothing.
I don't
I
say
sit
I don't do no
around and
stock
be
up, stock
quiet.
down. I don't do no stock up, stock down. I don't
I'm
talk that
saying when
long.
you and Deron go on
You know,
y'all
you've
talking
been
sessions,
interrupting us all night. Won't let
when
us
y'all
get a
go on y'all
word
talking
in.
sessions about y'all team, I don't say nothing.
Yeah, you do. Oh,
No,
that's
I
enough of
don't.
that. Let's move on. That's enough of that. Let's move on.
Man, cut it out, man. I don't do that to y'all.
No,
But as I was saying, we the best defense. We played Cincinnati and beat them in Cincinnati. We played the number one offense, number one scoring offense, and beat them. We played the Rams and their offense and beat them. We played Green Bay offense and beat them. 16 of the last 18 games we didn't play, we didn't held the opposing offense under their passing yard totals. What they average a game, we've held them under it. 16 of the last 18 games, 16 consecutive. You can't run the ball on us. We got the best pass rush left in the playoffs.
no, but Tony right. They Buffalo's ranked out of y'all.
Buffalo ain't in the playoffs. And I don't care about what they ranked, because look at what they gave up. They gave up, what, 400 yards passing tonight?
Bro, just because you want to claim that y'all the best, don't make y'all the best.
Who was in the push, bro?
No, I told him to go over there and smoke that. All right. All right, appreciate it.
Y'all might be the best left in the NFL in the playoffs, but y'all wasn't ranked the best through the season.
And Tony right, they played against a little bit more high-powered offenses in the playoffs.
They played Kansas City. And last time that I remember us playing Kansas City, we held them under their average too. I'm just saying.
Point, huh?
Well, heck, the Cowboys held them under their average too.
Yeah, right. They did.
They did.
So,
but
I mean,
when Dallas did it,
lost that game.
What me and my brother talked about at the time, Kansas City offensively was struggling. We all understand that. When we played them, which was in the Super Bowl, they was the number one offense in the entire football league, number one scoring and yards.
We talking about this year. You put
When
on
I
the
said
Drake.
last time we played Kansas City. That's what I'm talking about. All right. But yeah, big dog status, man. My squad. You know what I'm talking about? I told y'all at the gate, we was gonna be a problem. We the boogeyman. Didn't nobody want to see us in the playoffs. And just like Candyman, you say our name, we gonna show up and show out. Better keep our name out your mouth.
Bro, stop it.
All right, let's go on
you
to
the one. You
championship.
the one came last week with this long message about this epiphany of what Dallas was gonna do to y'all team, and y'all was gonna lose, and you wasn't gonna watch it, and congratulating me and Deron. I don't know if you call that reverse. I'm talking you. I'll let you have your say. I don't know if you call that reverse psychology you was trying to do, or some hoodoo voodoo stuff you was trying to do. But don't act like right now that you sit up here and felt like y'all was gonna be at this point, and y'all was the boogeyman, the candy man, and El Chapo, or whoever else you want to call yourselves. That ain't what you were saying just a couple of weeks ago, or even last week. Okay? Yes, your defense showed up. Yes, it did. But again, Aaron Rodgers is bum in the poster. He's a postseason bum. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. There's no way he should have only scored 10 points with the offense that they're supposed to have and the player he's supposed to be. Okay, so now I was saying this last week though. I will admit this. There is a stat, there's a history that when the San Francisco 49ers and Cowboys play, whoever win that game ends up in the Super Bowl. Are y'all capable of beating the Rams? Yeah. Y'all done it. Y'all did it to get into the dance. You know, into the show, whatever you want to call it, to the playoffs. Y'all did. Come back. Do I think y'all do it twice? Oh no. I don't know. That remains to be seen. I don't think y'all can come to. I don't think y'all can play the Rams.
You get into our breakdown you get into the breakdown of our game and the picks. We finna move to that next.
Okay, well, we done with the rest. We can move into that.
I just want to set the record straight. So the week that I sent y'all that message right before that game, was I sick?
Last week, man, don't give me. Move on to the next. I'm not.
Was I sick?
Saying that. Man,
was I sick?
Look,
was I sick? So I was taking medication. I was dealing with the COVID. You know what I'm saying? And so it altered my thinking. It altered my mind frame under those drugs. That's all that was. Before that, I picked us to beat y'all. I told y'all why we was gonna beat y'all. I even did a video by myself telling you how the game was gonna play out, and the game played out exactly like I said. So, I mean, yes, I was under the influence of drugs, trying to get over the COVID. I sent y'all some message, waking up out my sleep. You know, a horrible dream where we lost to the Cowboys.
You know That's what it sounds like right now.
All right. Championship weekend, man. Championship games. So that it won't be no complaints. 49ers, Rams. Who you got? Bro, you already started, so come on and finish up your thought.
I'm going to go Rams. Y'all can't play that same way against the Rams the way y'all played against Green Bay. And I don't know if Jimmy's thumb is getting to him or what the case may be. I think they got a better defense than Green Bay have, and Green Bay held y'all to 6 points offensively. Held y'all to 6 points offensively. If you take away the defensive touchdown, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, defense going to be good. Defense going to keep it as close as they can, but the Rams got the ability to put up more points. They got a much more explosive offense, better players than Green Bay have. And even though Stanford may not be an Aaron Rodgers regular season, I think he get it done. But I mean, Debo limped off on one of them last plays. That's gonna be a factor too, where he at. I hadn't heard anything. Of course, I ain't been paying no attention. So, I do think Rams pull this one off. I thought Niners had a chance to beat Green Bay. I had no real confidence in Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I ain't had no confidence in them all year. Though they managed to be the number 1 seed. Y'all know I was never on his bandwagon. Never thought very highly of the team. Thought they was very beatable. I said that several times throughout the regular season. So I'm not terribly surprised that they lost to the Niners. Just not. Postseason while he's a bum.
All right, Dre.
I got the Rams. I definitely don't trust the 49ers secondary. You know, they pass rushers, covered up their secondary all year. I mean, shoot, every commentator who picked the game between the Packers and 49ers picked the Packers because they all said the same thing. That's the Achilles heel, they secondary. Well, if you go look at the stats, Cooper Kupp ate their lunch in the previous 2 games. One 155 and another one he had 118. So I think he's going to eat that lunch again. But when they picked up OBJ, it was for the playoffs. And since the playoffs started, OBJ is slowly getting better. Every game he's been shining and making big catches and scoring touchdowns. So if they going to focus solely on and try to roll coverages over the Cooper Kupp, I think OBJ going to have another big game like he did today. So, yeah. And then defensively, Von Miller, he's making his impact every game. Even if he don't sack, they're worried about Donald, the other guys, and Von Miller, and they pass rush has been getting better and better each week. So with a suspect 49ers offensive line that gave up 5 sacks to the Packers, I think the Rams are going to, sack Jimmy 4 or 5 times. Of course, I think the 49ers are going to run more against the Rams because that's how they beat them the first time. They out-muscled them, strength, you know what I'm saying? So I actually got the Rams. The last time they came back and, 49ers won at the buzzer to go to playoffs. Nah, that ain't happening again. So I got the Rams by 10.
Okay. This is a tough game for me to pick. Because I do see a way in which we lose to the Rams. And it's due to attrition. Debo did limp off the field. Now, he said that it was his ankle and he thought that it was worse than what it actually was. So, he said that the ankle is good. The biggest concern that I have is Trent Williams, who was kind of hobbled in the game. He was limping around for the second half.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, they had an X-ray today. Everything came back negative. There's no fractures or nothing like that, But just got to see, if how he's able to come back. And that I don't know at this point. I'm pretty sure that he gonna probably get the whole week off. Try and see, what the status of that ankle is. If he gonna be able to play on it, that's gonna be a huge loss. If not, I know we got into the playoffs without him in that game in LA, the last game of the season. He didn't play in that game. But I don't know that we'll be able to go to the Super Bowl without him. Also, in this game against the Packers, my starting corner, Ambry Thomas, the rookie, who, has been playing great football down the stretch. We lost him for that last game against Green Bay. I don't know if he gonna play. And so the thing for me is with, the injuries that we have, and Kittle was a little hobbled at the end of that game. We already know the issue with Jimmy that he dealing with. And so that's the route in which I could see the Rams beating us, where we just run out of gas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dudes are severely banged up. We have played for the last 15 consecutive weeks. Our bye week was week 5 this year, and we haven't had a bye week since. That's a lot of football for a football team to be playing, week in, week out, and not having a break to rest your bodies, and try and heal up. So attrition, my team just, can't kick it in for one more game to get us to the Super Bowl. Outside of that, I'm not seeing the Rams beating us like just straight out. If we can come into that game fairly healthy. Looking at what happened with Green Bay game in those conditions, the temperatures, the wind, the field conditions, it really was hard on both teams, on both offenses. The Packers just, get less credit because that's their element. You know what I'm saying? Like, they play in those conditions far more than we do, especially when you got Chicago in your division. You know what I'm saying? Being in LA in a dome, we're going to have a fast track. And so Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Kid Dynamite, all them boys, they're gonna be able to do their thing. And I believe my defense will show up and show out yet again. So I'm a pick my squad right now.
You'd be wrong to pick anybody but your squad right now.
Well, like I say, we got a lot of people hurt and banged up. And so if I'm just being completely honest and unbiased, like I say, I can see a way in which the Rams beat us. And that's the thing. But right now, without me knowing, that dudes are gonna be out and me feeling like everybody who humanly possible can play is gonna play, then I'm gonna roll with them and think that my team just got more heart, more fight, more desire, than the Rams do to be able to get to the Super Bowl. And then the stunt that they pulled with refusing to sell tickets to anybody outside of LA is just gonna, give my team that much more added motivation, of feeling like, so y'all trying to keep our fans out, thinking we can't beat y'all without our fans, so we finna come in y'all house in front of y'all fans and stomp y'all.
LA is a mixed town, so y'all gonna still have a lot of 49er fans there. A lot of people that live in LA, not from LA.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna be as many as it was week 18. You know what I'm saying? Where they offense had to go to silent count just like we did.
I'm sure 49er fans are going to go on StubHub and offer them Rams fans a pretty penny for some of them tickets. Them Rams fans might come off up real quick.
I hope so.
Yeah, they gonna find a way, bro.
Yeah,
They're gonna find a way. They may have family members or somebody out in LA, man, get them some tickets.
I hope so. Because apparently it didn't shook the Rams. And so I like to get into their heads early. I don't think my team gonna go down 17 nothing like we did in week 18. I think we're gonna get out to a quicker start. And once the second half that game get tight, I think they gonna fall apart. That's just what I think. All right, Chiefs Bengals. I think we all gonna go Chiefs in this one. Bruh, are you going Bengals in Kansas City?
You know what? Yes, I'm gonna stick with the team I've been raving about, shouting about, and feeling like they was gonna do something special this year. Yeah, I'm a roll with them. I'm not saying I really think they're gonna win, but you know what? I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna roll with them. I think anything is possible. I think them boys are hungry, like really, really hungry. And after this game for Kansas City, I think it was a little taxing for them going to OT the way they had to. I think Cincinnati figure out something on that offensive line because you can't let your quarterback get beat up like that. You can't. Not against Kansas City. Y'all can't win with 19 points. You see tonight they went 42-36. You can't win in 19 points. And y'all are capable of putting up 30, 40 points. You're gonna have to get that boy some time. So I think them coaching staff put something together, man. I think they put something together. Give that man some time, figure out something. So yeah, I'm gonna just roll with him because I've been rolling with him all year. I'm gonna roll with him.
Dre?
I know I'm by myself.
You already know. I said it at the beginning of the show. I want the Texas high school quarterback Super Bowl. There you go. Ryan Tannehill, he got eliminated. Kyle Murray got eliminated. What's the other one? Jalen Hurts got eliminated. So yeah, they the last two of the Mohicans. Let's go.
All right, man. I'm gonna roll with Kansas City too. I just think they're gonna be too much for Cincinnati, and might end up being in a 2019 rematch in the Super Bowl. 49ers
man.
versus Chiefs.
Y'all been discounting
Well,
Cincinnati all year though, so I ain't surprised. That's okay.
I really think it's going to be a good game. It might be. I don't think it's going to be. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, Tony, because I just looked on the phone and Bleacher Report did call it an instant classic about the Buffalo Chiefs game. So
Oh
you was
yeah,
money about that.
yeah. Oh definitely,
But,
bro. The way
but
that game went.
but Cincy and the Chiefs, I actually think it's going to be a very good game, competitive. I just think it's going to be one of them situations where Patrick Mahomes is going to outgun Burrow when it's all said and done. But it's still going to be a respectable, competitive game. I really do like Cincy. I like the direction that team is going in. I like the talent. I like the coaching. I like everything they're doing over there. They're building something over there if they keep everything together. And of course, DJ Reader, he left the Texans and went over there and became, he was good when he was with the Texans, but now that boy a beast at nose tackle for Cincinnati. So I like what they're doing. So I'm not discounting them at all. I just think experience in this situation. This is the fourth straight AFC championship game for the Chiefs. They've been to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, lost one. I just think it's experience. Andy Reid, a little bit more seasoned as a coach. They've been here. The pressure and the situation ain't too big for them, and they're at home. So that's the only reason why I got them over Cincinnati. Last time they played a couple of weeks ago, it was in Cincy, and I think that's what gave Cincinnati the little advantage. So it's different between the regular season and the playoffs. We all know that.
I agree, and I don't disagree with anything you're saying. But again, I think Cincy has been underrated all year, especially by the rest of the folks in this group that be on here talking. I remember the very first one, the first game of the year, I picked them to win, and y'all told me I was crazy. I was right then.
Yep.
I said they get to the playoffs, they could be dangerous. They beat Tennessee, I was right again. So I think they are underrated right now to the teams that's left. I think they are underrated. Again, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just see them. I see a scenario where they can win. I believe they have the talent and ability to win. And just again, because I've been rolling with them strong all year, I ain't never really wavered. I'm gonna just stick with them. That's just me. I'm gonna just stick with them.
I will say this though: if Cincy does pull the upset and the 49ers beat the Rams, I do not want to see reruns of 49ers Bengals Super Bowls, all that Boomer Esiason and Joe Montana. I do not want to see that. So I cannot have both of them teams win. I can't do it. Not only do I want to hear Antoine out for another week and Jimmy G, Jimmy D, I don't want to hear that. But I damn sure don't want to hear him talk about the Chiefs losing to the Bengals. And I can't have a repeat of that Super Bowl. I wouldn't even watch that Super Bowl. I watched the halftime show.
I don't want
Dr. Dre
the
and all
Niners.
them.
I don't want the Niners going back, period. Because I don't want to have to see or hear his mouth, period, that they didn't win again. And I definitely don't want them winning. Not another one. Especially until Jerry Jones, I don't want to wish nothing on nobody. I know he's up in age and natural projection. Somebody asked me today about Cowboys and how they left being a Cowboy fan because of Jerry Jones and they're not coming back until he gone. And I said, look, I'm gonna wait him out. I got longer than he got. God willing, I got longer. You know what I'm saying? He's got about 30 years on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait him out right now. I ain't jumping ship, man. I've been a fan since I was a kid. I'm a stale fan. I'm gonna just wait him out. I can't just build because, I got a really great owner and a terrible GM. I'm gonna wait him out.
I'm gonna tell y'all the media is gonna want to see LA versus Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
That's who
Las Vegas want to see.
That's a more exciting Super Bowl.
Yeah, Las Vegas want to see that happen.
Yeah, that's I guess that's what I'm saying. Because you know, they gonna want to see the fireworks show. They don't like defense. They don't like defense no more. You know what I'm saying? The NFL don't like defense neither. You know, that's why they come with all the rules to benefit the offense. You know, they don't like defense like that no more. And so I would love nothing more than for us to upset a whole lot of people and shock the world, you know, and get back and see if, you know, we can redeem ourselves on last time we was in the Super Bowl versus Kansas City. You know, we got some unfinished business, you know what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm hoping for. But, you know, we're going to see how it play out come Sunday.
It's not only that. I can't have the 49ers go back because ever since, you know, us as families really been, you know, talking on the phone, texting and all that since the Texans came into the league. 49ers, Texans, and Cowboys, we have this family competition. And since then, nobody's won a Super Bowl, but the 49ers has been two of them. I can't have them go to a third. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I don't understand what the hate all about. You know what I'm talking about? You used to be a Niner fan. Now you hopscotched your way on out of town, you know, but I mean, it should be some speckle of love, you know what I'm saying, for the team that you rooted for you in your childhood.
It was the player, man. Jerry, Joe, John Taylor, you know, they ain't there no.
Hey, they wore 49ers on the front of their jerseys, bro.
Man, I can't, you know, they ain't there no more. And that's when I had an NFC team and an AFC team. You know, I was a diehard Oilers fan, but nah. You know, I had both starter jackets back in the Gap.
Well, look,
I'm
just gonna say we make the Super Bowl. I understand that you don't show up, you know, to have to face me.
Yeah, you gonna be doing a broadcast by yourself. I'm telling you right now, I ain't getting on either.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool. I understand.
Yeah, you can talk bad about me all you want. You can by yourself.
Hey.
You do it in your car again.
What's understood don't have to be explained. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be said. You know, and so I look forward to that. I bet
you do.
You know, for a couple of weeks, me doing the podcast by myself. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to it. I embrace it. I encourage it.
As long as you come on just as fast next week as you did this week, if y'all lose.
Hey, man, I'm going to show up no matter what. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to show up no matter what. I already know the only way we're going to lose. I know how we're going to lose or why we're going to lose.
Go off on y'all.
All right. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man, rocking out with us. We might be back next week. Maybe. I'm going to be back. I can't speak for everybody else. They may not be back next week, but you going to still get a pod. You're going to get some type of show, you know, recapping these games. And, you know, if it's just me, and y'all know I'm going to act a donkey. Y'all already know what time it is. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video. You know what I'm talking about? Drop a comment. We will respond. Until next week, tell your friends about me.
My future bleak with emotions I'm renouncing. They say I got what it takes. Learning from my mistakes. Through decisions I made. Swear I'm hungry for cake. My heart black and my mind gone and my soul cries, but I don't. I start spazzing to get too blown to get so hot. Switch top.